Hello. It's nice to see that you kept your appointment. A lot of people tend to think that this is a mild condition that shouldn't be treated. Most people, if not pretty much everyone, thinks that this is not a condition, which I think is completely fallacious. It is a condition you need to have treatment for, and I'm glad you went out and seeked it. Now let me just turn to a fresh sheet of paper. That way we can have a nice page to start your analysis off of. I first want to determine how strong your addiction is, and from there we will continue on, and I will be prescribing some treatments for you and some possible cognitive therapies, some constructive thought for you to, ponder over. Food for thought, if you will. You won't. Okay, no more puns. Just kidding. There's always gonna be puns. Now, since when have you been feeling this way, this anxiety, as you're passing through this shop, or store, or restaurant, or fast food joint? I see, so it's been that long. Do you recall the first time you felt this intense emotion with your food selection? Does it happen with any other fast food establishments? No? Okay. That makes perfect sense. It is only centered around Chipotle. Okay. Or Chipotle. So, during the E. coli scare, since your addiction predates the E. coli scare, did you by chance have any hindrance to visiting this fast food place, or did you continue to eat there as if nothing was going on? You continued, I see. Oh, and you increased your eating habits. Oh, I see, because there's the deals, the coupons that they were sending out to entice people to continue eating there despite the health code violations that they were encroaching on. Okay, I see. Now, as you're selecting your food, do you tend to diversify your selection, or do you order the same thing over and 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 over again? Same thing. Okay. And what would that be? A burrito. That tends to be the typical form of addiction. Okay, and what do you feel in with the burrito? Oh, you put in guac? Wow. Each time? That costs extra, you know? Addictions do cost. Okay. Alrighty, then this is a fair amount of selection in your burrito. I feel like the tastes don't even complement one another. You're merely ordering these ingredients for the sake of ordering these ingredients, but there is no deliciousness out of it. I mean, hot sauce, doesn't that end up bombing your stomach in the end? No judgment, no judgment. Merely my diagnosis. I see, it does. That tends to be the answer. And not only with you and other people seeking help, but also just in general, like the hot sauce there is just, it's, what even is that? Is this hot sauce or like a nuclear bomb? Why did this just Hiroshima my intestines? I'll make a note of that. And you order extra lettuce. After the E. coli scare, E. coli, E. coli, E. coli, E. coli, E. coli scare. That's very daring of you. So, tell me, You're here because you are mandated to be here. You're seeking help because you chose to come here instead of taking the jail time that was also presented to you in your court case. It was either jail or to come and seek help, and you chose help, which I am glad you did. But tell me, what drove you to assault a Chipotle worker? They didn't double scoop. They just tossed a very skimpy amount of food onto your burrito. Just that little tidbit, just that little, ounce of food onto your burrito. I can understand why you were inspired. I really can. To pay that much money, to go through all of that process, to drive over to a fast food establishment, only to have the worker just go, boop. It's no. It's a big no. It's a big no. It's the double scoop needs to be present. And then they say, we're gonna charge you extra. And I'm like, charge me extra for the right amount of food. I mean, charge me extra if I order double the correct amount of food that I need. But don't charge me extra when I'm just asking you to reach the amount that is required of this burrito. But I will not be adding fuel to your fire. This is merely to help you. So, in that fit of rage you felt at seeing, which ingredient are we talking here? Was it the beans? Was it the meat? Was it the guac? Was it the pico de gallo? She did it both with the meat and the guac. You pay extra for that guac. You demand extra for the guac. Oh my God, we're dealing with an amateur here. So what I'm hearing is that you witnessed her skimping out on the meat. And then when she went for the guac, which you pay extra for, she skimped out at that too. Oh my God. I don't think you were the only one that should be facing jail time. I think other people in that situation should be facing jail time too. That's just monstrosity right there. Cruelty. But back to your fit of blind rage. It was inspired by that incident. What exactly did you feel in that moment? Please, just think about it in a clear mind, with a clear head. I see. Absolutely understandable. You see, we're talking money here. Money that is being spent for food. I mean, it's like an investment. I am trying to get this investment for my own nutrition in my stomach. And you're over there giving me a lousy deal. It's like trying to invest with penny investors. I think that's what they're called. It's like finding out that you're investing with penny investors. It's like, excuse me, are you really ripping me off without shame right now? Same thing. They give you a penny's worth of food and charge you $10 for it. Where's the logic in that? Absolutely agree with you. It's just next time, please. The treatment we're gonna have to discuss right now is how to get away with it. So, let's see. Next time, what you gotta do when they skimp out on the food, this is what you're supposed to do. It's a monstrous act. Absolutely deplorable, despisable, despicable. But you must, in order to quench these thoughts, in order to sort of satisfy whatever thoughts are looming in your head, to know that there is karma being paid, you must order as a drink a cup of water. Then you walk over to the soda machine. You do not fill that up with water, though. You do not fill that clear cup of what's supposed to be water with water. You fill it up with soda. Do that 2 or 3 times to make up your money back. and do it in front of their faces, the same way they skimped out on the meat and the guac in your face. Justice is served. You are all free to go.